All righty. Hey, how you doing? This is Craig Beck, the stop drinking expert and the author of Alcohol Lied to Me. And you can get that book free at stopdrinkingexpert.com. All right. It's the day after the US presidential election. This is not a normal video. This is not the normal Wednesday night broadcast. This is Thursday, the 7th of November, the day after the election. And I've had some strange emails. I've had something happen I didn't expect. People are emailing me saying, Craig, I fell off the wagon last night because Donald Trump won the election. And that's a mild one. I've had people pulling their hair out saying, that's it, I'm just going to drink now for 4 years because the next 4 years are going to be hell on earth. So I thought I'd make a quick video about it. And it's such a hard thing to talk about because I don't want to upset anyone, really. I'll be honest with you. And if you know me well, and you've written a lot of what I've written over the years, when Donald Trump was first elected was it 2016? I thought it was terrible. I thought it was everything I'd heard about this guy in the media. I thought, this is awful. This is a disaster. And yet this time around, I was 100% behind Donald Trump to win. I thought he absolutely was the best candidate and best for the stability of the world. And I know if you're a Democrat, you will vehemently disagree with me and you'll call me an idiot and all that stuff. That's just my take on it. But the important thing there is Donald Trump hasn't changed, really. He's still the same man. He's still the same person, character that he was 8 years ago. The guy that I hated 8 years ago, I now love and think he's the best man for the job now. So he hasn't changed. I must have changed, right? So if my opinions on something that powerful can change so dramatically, then so too can yours. Now, you're probably thinking, if you're a Democrat, you're probably thinking, no way, Craig, I would never, ever stoop so low as to think that Donald Trump is anything other than insert insult. I get that. But on other things, are you open to the notion that your opinion can be changed? And so why get so attached and so emotional about something that is just subjective? Donald Trump is neither good nor bad. He's a moving feast. You know, if you ask his family, they all say he's the greatest man in the world. He's just a hero. He's this, he's that. If you ask Democrats, they'll say he's evil. He's a racist. He's a sexist. They'll throw all these insults and they'll say that. So which one is he? Is he the best man in the world or the worst? Well, the truth is he's neither. It's always a subjective swaying opinion, isn't it, that moves and changes and shifts. So why risk your sobriety on something so flimsy? Why? It's worth this is your life, and you're just going to throw it away because you didn't get the outcome that you wanted? That's ridiculous. Look, when these things happen, I think before you react, you have to stop yourself and disassociate yourself from the situation. You have to see what is playing out as though it's just on a stage and you're just a member of the audience. You got to float above it and say, okay, that's happened and this happens. And if you do that, you'll see there's no logic or common sense in drinking poison to punish Donald Trump. It doesn't make any sense at all. If you're unhappy about the election result, how is drinking poison that you have had a bad history with going to make it better? It's impossible. It's like going home, finding your house is on fire and saying, oh, okay, I'm going to throw some gasoline on it. I might as well. It doesn't make any sense. All right. So try and disassociate yourself from what's going on here, because let me tell you, if you broke your sobriety because of Donald Trump, all that happened is you fell for the most simple trick in the book. You fell for the most basic, transparent trick that the evil clown plays, and you should be kicking yourself, not because of the election result, but because you fell for it. I've told you this 100 times, 1,000 times. That the evil clown, when you get sober, gets weak and pathetic and shrivels up, and you starve him of oxygen, you starve her of food and air and light, and they shrivel up into a tiny corner and they sit there in silence in their own misery and filth. And because they know they haven't got a lot of energy left, they have to preserve it for the peak moment, the most opportunistic moment when they can get you. And I told you the story that I was sober for like 8 years, and then someone in the family died, and I was really down and depressed and walking through a shopping mall in the UK. And suddenly this voice came in my head and said, Craig, you don't have to feel like this, buddy. Go get a bottle of whiskey and everything goes away. And I stopped in my tracks. And I thought, well done, well done. 10 out of 10. That's fantastic. That's amazing. You waited so patiently. 8 years. Whoa, that's so good. And I carried on walking. If you drank because Donald Trump won the election, or if you drank because Donald Trump won the election and you wanted to celebrate with your buddies, you fell for the oldest trick in the book. Look, politics is politics. And, I'm sure you're not happy if you didn't get the outcome you wanted. But have some reassurance in knowing that the one thing that human beings are really, really bad at is fortune telling. We do it all the time. We make predictions all the time that we are not qualified to make. And let me tell you something I know for certain. You are no more a gifted fortune teller than I am. You don't know if Donald Trump is going to be a huge success in the next 4 years or a disaster. You may have your gut feeling, you may have an inkling, but you don't know what hasn't happened yet. So live in the moment, protect your sobriety at all costs, and don't fall for the evil clown's really easy to spot tricks. All right? If you need more help, go to the website, stopdrinkingexpert.com. Loads of free videos, articles, and advice sections on there. And you can sign up for the webinar as well, stopdrinkingexpert.com. Thanks for watching. See you soon.